Hello and welcome to the other game which I will be playing through in this summer marathon thing. And I've decided that's now going to be the 10th game in the Need for Speed series. Need for Speed Carbon. Published by EA and developed by Black Box Games. This, it's fair to say, console-wise, is pretty much a follow-up game to Need for Speed Most Wanted, which is what a lot of people know this game for, because in a lot of ways that's more or less what the mainstream console version is. But if you're talking in terms of the portable version, which is entitled Need for Speed Carbon Own the City, that is something completely different to this game. And the story mode for the portable version of this game is absolutely insane and maniacal in just about every way. And just excuse me for a moment whilst I go and get the release details for this game sorted out. So, as it turns out, you can pretty much play this game on pretty much a plethora of consoles. The version of the game I am playing, by the way, is the original console version, which was released for PC, Windows, the PlayStation 2, the GameCube, the Xbox, and technically the Xbox 360, because the PlayStation 3 version would not be released until mid-November of 2006. And because the Redwood studio publisher Electronic Arts is, of course, an American company, naturally the Americans would get this game first on October 31st, 2006. So technically this game released on Halloween in 2006, as most of you probably know. We, PAL Region gamers, would not get this game until 3 days later on November the 3rd of that same year. And then the Australians would also get this game for the first time on November the 16th. And if you're talking in terms of the PlayStation 3 version, we PAL Region gamers, by the way, would not get the game until March 23rd of the following year, 2007. March 23rd, 2007 is when we first got the PlayStation 3 version. And this game was also released on the Nintendo Wii as well, coming out in America on November the 19th, and then we European gamers getting it on December the 8th of 2006. So still technically being the same year. And then the Aussies would also get this game on December the 14th of that same year. So this game basically picks up where Most Wanted left off, if you're talking in terms of the mainstream console version. And as we know nowadays, there was quite a lot of content in the final product, because Black Box had to work within the parameters of EA's strenuous deadline dates. It's amazing to think about just how much better this game could have become. It's one of those classic cases of what in many ways is a good video game that really could have been a great video game had Black Box been given more time to actually put whatever other bits and pieces they were wanting to put in the game to pretty much make it even better than it already was. And whilst I get why some people don't like this game, compared to the absolute adrenaline rush that you get from Most Wanted. There are plenty of other people who do like this game. And autosave? No, I'm going to keep that off. So we've created our alias. I've also disabled the autosave. This is pretty much how we create our profile. I might also have to do some sound adjustments from the pause menu as well, because this introduction is going to be a bit of a long one. But hopefully we will get through it given enough time. So this is our main menu, and although I don't think this music is copyrighted, I am going to turn off the volume anyway, just because I think there might be some copyrighted audio here. I don't know what FE is short for, but I'm not gonna take any chances with that. So I turn that off. And in terms of the video, we're gonna go to widescreen, because of course I do. And that's our only option on the video display. Gameplay, gonna switch the transmission to manual. Units imperial, which is meaning they're measured in miles per hour, because I personally prefer miles over kilometers. Car camera, by the way, that is the camera view. The close cam, by the way, is basically the close-up view of the rear of the car. We also got the far chase cam, the bumper chase cam, the hood cam, and, well, you know the rest. Game moments camera, I'll keep that on. Car damage, I'll also keep that on as well. Interface, this is pretty much the HUD display. So I think we more or less have all of this on the way we need to. Yes. And the controls, I should be able to work with this with no real issues. And we also get EA tracks as well. And there are quite a few artists in this soundtrack, as we've got some pretty good ones here as well. One of my particular favourites from this soundtrack, by the way, is Wolfmother. But we do have quite a few different artists to choose from here, depending on your preference. From the hip-hop and grime music, we've got artists such as Roots Maneuver, Lady Sovereign, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, Dynamite MC, I think I have heard that name from somewhere. But we also get rock with Eagles of Death Metal. We've also got Priestess, the aforementioned Wolfmother, which I did bring up before. Joker and the Thief, by the way, is an absolute banger, and I do recommend you listen to it given the time. We've also got other artists like Valiant Thor, The Bronx, Metro Riots, Every Move a Picture, Kios, I think is how that's pronounced, or Kius. Sorry if I'm not making the correct pronunciation for some of these artists. But aside from that, we've also got Yonder Boy, Ladytron, Gary Newman, Goldfrapp, Thomas Anderson, The Presets, and Vitalik, which is an artist I am familiar with. So suffice to say, we've got quite a few artists here. Certain ones you probably recognise more than others. And aside from that, we've also got the credits. I don't know what the cross-sell is. So we'll just save our changes, because we can. And also because during this time, of course, a lot of people were still using the old 4:3 screen ratios before they eventually switched over to widescreen TVs. I don't think it was until at least 2007, maybe 2008, when most people started switching over to the fucking widescreen TVs. And we also get other stats here as well. We get race stats for pretty much each and every track in this game, I think is what this is. Not gonna waste your time with that. Also got gameplay to show how far in the game we've come, and also a bunch of other stats. And we've also got pursuit stats as well, which I think is pretty cool. Certainly got comparisons to Most Wanted, I imagine. So there is that. And we also get reward cards, which is something that we ultimately unlock from doing certain challenges in this game. I think if I remember, these reward cards are also linked to the challenge series as well. Although most of these at the bottom, as you might have guessed, are linked to finishing the career mode, which is probably what we will do at some point, and I will showcase the reward cards given enough time. We've also got the quick race challenge series, which is available from the start of the game, but we'll leave that for a bit later on. I might also do it before finishing the career mode, just to make it more interesting. I have got my eyes on that. We can also do My Cars, which is basically car customization. And last but not least, we've got the career. So we have a choice of 3 options here, and the Halo car for the main menu, as you might have guessed, is the Audi Le Mans Quattro, which, by the way, yes, is pretty much also known as the Audi R8, or essentially the Audi R8 before the Audi R8, because the Audi R8 wouldn't become a production car until 2007. And this is technically 2006, so this is technically the Audi Le Mans Quattro, just to give you a case in point. So we can start a career, load a career, and also save the career. So, before I babble on wasting any more of your time, let's begin the career. Now that we've got all of the nitty-gritty details of the main menu out the way. And because I also have a saved profile on Need for Speed Most Wanted, we do get a bonus of 10,000 credits, which I think is nice to know that we still have. Thank you for playing previous Need for Speed titles. We have rewarded you 10,000 credits in career mode. So now we will begin the prologue stage of this game, and where we will also get a cutscene.
Start up.
Not disappointing. Between the heat and the cruise, you need to walk away. Take my car. Go. Get out of here.
Guess who's back?
Okay, I know for some of you that was probably longer than you were expecting, but basically, long story short is, this game pretty much continues where Most Wanted left off. And since we escaped Rockport City as the Most Wanted street racer, we now head up the road into Palmont City, and because we are now up on one of the canyons, I figured at this point I might as well turn the volume down just a bit, because I imagine since the filter I'm currently using probably is going to no doubt play a factor in this whole thing, and not gonna risk it with the EA tracks, so I'll just switch that off. And everything else, I think we should be okay. And hopefully, if possible, the sound effects will not overrule my voice. Or not too much anyway. So, got that out the way. Let's now begin our pursuit with Jonathan Cross, who, by the way, yes, is driving a C6 Corvette. Meanwhile, we are driving the Most Wanted Halo car of the BMW M3 GTR. So, let's get on with this. As our objective is to escape from Cross. However, something will happen along the way. I'm not gonna give you a spoiler alert as to what happens, but at some point during this run, we will get stopped. And that's pretty much all I am going to reveal. And I will say that with my prior experience of playing this game, just to basically, get used to the controls and everything, I'd say this game is alright. And we've got another cutscene.
Sit down! How you been? It's time to settle a little score from Rockport. You think?
I don't remember asking for your help, Croc. What makes you think you can bounty hunt in Silverton without my approval?
It's Cross. And this guy's from out of town.
Been a long time, kid. What's his bounty?
150K.
David, take care of this guy. So, that's what you've been up to. Nikki, should be interesting.
How dare you show your face here!
Whoa, hey,
Go, mate.
control yourself.
I still don't know what happened that night you took off. But I do know you're into me now for some serious cash. Things have been getting a little too close for comfort around here with all these crews battling for new territory. I think I could use someone with your skills to help me out. The way I see things, I bailed you out of a serious jam twice now. Time for you to return the favor. Nikki, what do you say you show your old friend the ropes?
You gotta be joking, right?
You got a better idea? Then let's get him started, right away. Don't disappoint. Not again.
Thanks for waiting up.
Yeah, sure, Nikki. Hey, who's the third wheel?
Doesn't matter. Darius made all these cars available to you. Pick one, whichever one you want.
Hey, if there's three, do I get one? I mean, I don't care which one, although I am partial to the one with the sweet rims.
Why don't you just make sure the tanks are filled?
That's great. I'm the monkey!
Pick one. Let's get this over with.
Your car was totaled while escaping from Cross. Oh yeah, if you want to know who Cross is, by the way, he's basically the chief of police. Or Sergeant Jonathan Cross, I should say, which is his actual name. He returns in this game from Most Wanted, and basically he was the guy chasing us. Since that is pretty much the epilogue story to us escaping Rockport as the Most Wanted street racer. So this is our description. Your car was totaled while escaping from Cross. Select the car class you want to start with in your career. The choice will determine your cars and parts you unlock when you conquer territory. So, we get a choice of 3 different car types here, and our car choices we've got include the Alfa Romeo Brera, along with this original design of the Chevrolet Camaro SS, one that I imagine many people no doubt consider to be the best Chevy Camaro design. And we've also got the Mazda RX-8, which falls under the tuner class. So, basically for this, we can start in one of 3 areas, depending on which territory we choose. As of which, when I was playtesting this game before, I chose the muscle class, so I might end up starting with that. So, the Chevy Camaro has the best overall acceleration, along with a decent top speed and handling. The Alfa Brera is pretty much a fair combination of all 3 stats, and is considered by some to be the best starter car. And we also have the Mazda RX-8, which has the best overall handling, along with the decent top speed and the lowest acceleration. So I think, because this introduction as it is has already been long enough, I think I'm just going to leave you here to debate over which car I should start with, because I think I've already spent enough time here recording my introduction. because I wanted to. And basically, next time we will really be getting started with the career mode as I decide on which one of these car classes to ultimately start with. So, we will see you next time for the true start of Need for Speed Carbon.